In Hollywood, every star needs protection. Not real protection, of course. God forbid, we mean image protection. Introducing the Hollywood Float Plan, the premium crisis management package for celebrities, studios, and rich people with a very inconvenient night on the water. Got broken glass? No problem. Got screaming witnesses? We can blur that out. Got a timeline that makes absolutely no damn sense? Our experts will stretch it, fold it, and dress it up in a tuxedo till it looks like a tragic accident. With the Hollywood Float Plan, you get immediate narrative control. Before the body's even cold, we've already got 3 friendly quotes, 2 soft focus headlines, and 1 polished public statement about deep sorrow. Witness reduction technology. Not reduction like that. Relax. We just make everybody sound confused, emotional, unreliable, or drunk. Real classy stuff. Studio-grade reputation shielding. Why investigate when you can protect the brand? If there's a movie in production, a television career on the line, or a beloved leading man involved, we go to work like greased lightning. Luxury blame transfer. Bruises, tragic confusion. Delays, miscommunication. Questions, conspiracy theories. Dead woman? Sad, unfortunate, very complicated. And for a limited time, upgrade to the Gilded Silence Platinum package, featuring a friendly press corps, selective memory, missing urgency, and that old-fashioned Hollywood magic where powerful men walk away clean while everybody else gets buried under the credits. So remember, when the night goes wrong, don't reach for the truth. Reach for the Hollywood Float Plan. Because in this town, image floats. Even when justice sinks. The Hollywood Float Plan. Turning scandal into sympathy since the Golden Age.
The Silence of the Sea, Natalie Wood. A Pizzaverse Studios documentary. A Palermo Productions original. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. Thanksgiving, 1981. It was supposed to be a party on the yacht Splendor. By dawn, Natalie Wood was found floating a mile away in a nightgown and a red down jacket, her life extinguished in the very water she feared most, while her husband, Robert Wagner, maintained a polished silence. The shattered glass and the screams heard across the dark water suggested something far more sinister than a slip in the dark. This is The Silence of the Sea, a look at the kind of elite protection money can buy, where a nearby witness later said she heard a woman crying for help for about 15 minutes while the people on the Splendor did not launch an immediate public rescue. It's a chilling reminder that in the world of the ultra-rich, the truth doesn't just disappear. It's carefully, quietly drowned. The girl before the star. But the tragedy of that night wasn't just a sudden twist of fate. It was the final chapter of a life that had been meticulously engineered for the spotlight. Before she was a victim on a yacht, she was Natalia Zakharenko, a child of Russian immigrants who saw in their daughter a golden ticket out of the gritty reality of the Great Depression. Her mother, Maria, was a woman of steel and dark superstition, a stage mother who believed her child was destined for greatness because a fortune teller had once promised it. Yet that same prophecy carried a chilling warning. Beware of dark water. Fear by design. This terror was grafted onto Natalie from the age of 4. She was a child who would scream at the sight of a bathtub, A girl who refused to learn to swim, even as she became the most famous teenager in the world. By the time she was 8, she was the star of Miracle on 34th Street, a miniature professional who knew exactly where the light hit her face. By 18, she was the heart of Rebel Without a Cause, standing toe-to-toe with James Dean. She was the queen of Hollywood. But she was always a product. A finely tuned instrument owned by the studios and policed by a mother who never let her forget that her life belonged to the screen. The perfect couple. When she met Robert Wagner, the man the world knew as RJ, it seemed like the final piece of the fairy tale had clicked into place. He was the quintessential leading man, tall, tan, and possessed of a charm that suggested he had never had a bad day in his life. They married young, the ideal couple of a generation. But the pressure of being Hollywood royalty was a crushing burden. They divorced in 1962, lived entire lives apart, and then, in a move that seemed scripted by a screenwriter, remarried in 1972. The second act. This second marriage was meant to be the mature, settled version of their love. They bought the Splendor as a symbol of this new chapter. A place where they could be themselves away from the flashbulbs. But a yacht is a dangerous place for a marriage that runs on alcohol and jealousy. It is an isolated stage where the audience is gone, and the actors are left with nothing but their own reflections. In the dark, rising tide. The powder keg. The weekend of November 28, 1981, began with a sense of foreboding. Natalie was filming a movie called Brainstorm with Christopher Walken, an actor known for his intense, erratic energy. The chemistry between them was undeniable. And in the paranoid ecosystem of Hollywood, chemistry is often mistaken for betrayal. Robert Wagner was reportedly simmering with jealousy, a quiet rage masked with the practiced ease of a gentleman. He invited Walken to join them on the yacht for the holiday weekend. A move many saw as an attempt to keep his enemies close. Dinner at Two Harbors. By the time they went ashore for dinner at the harbor reef, the tension was palpable. Witnesses recalled the table being uncomfortably loud. Natalie and Wagner bickering over trivialities. They returned to the yacht around 10 p.m. And that is where the narrative begins to fracture. The argument. According to Dennis Davern, the yacht's captain, the argument turned physical almost immediately. Wagner allegedly confronted Walken, smashing a wine bottle on a table and shouting, "What are you trying to do, fuck my wife?" Natalie, mortified, fled to her stateroom. Wagner followed. The sounds through the wall. Davern testified that he heard a terrible fight. Furniture being moved. Objects breaking. The desperate, muffled sounds of a struggle. Then, silence. 11:05 p.m. At 11:05 p.m., Wagner appeared on deck. Disheveled, breathing hard. He said Natalie was missing. He suggested she had gone to secure the dinghy. But there was a hole in that logic the size of the Pacific. The impossible story. Natalie Wood, a woman terrified of water, would never go to the edge of a boat at night. Alone. In a nightgown. In the dark. The missing hour. For the next 2 hours. No Coast Guard call. No searchlights. No urgency. while she was likely struggling in 50-degree water. They waited. They drank. They did nothing. The next morning, she was found, floating, a mile away. Red jacket, nightgown, gone. The evidence: bruises on her arms, wrists, face, marks that looked like restraint, not accident. The police did not treat the yacht as a crime scene. No fingerprints, no reconstruction, no pressure. They took Wagner's word. The official version. Coroner Thomas Noguchi ruled it. Accidental drowning. Case closed. The questions that never went away. Why the delay? Why the bruises? Why no search? Why no investigation? Years passed. Careers continued. The story stayed buried. The crack. In 2011, the silence broke. Dennis Davern changed his story. He admitted he had been coached.
They tell you candy's supposed to be sweet. Harmless, innocent. Yeah, that's bullshit. This ain't the candy aisle. This is Bambi's La Costa Nostra Confections. Luxury candy. Criminally good. Handcrafted, small batch. No shortcuts. No apologies. Every piece wrapped like a favor you don't refuse. Cannoli shells dipped deep. Chocolate that melts slow, like secrets. Espresso that hits harder than a late-night phone call. This ain't made for kids. It's made for people who know things. People who appreciate silence and quality. You don't buy Bambi's candy. You're invited to it. Because around here, sweetness is power. And power is always personal. Bambi's La Costa Nostra Confections. Luxury candy. Criminally good. Welcome to the family.
The reopening. The case reopened. Evidence re-examined. Modern forensics applied. Her death was reclassified. Drowning. And other undetermined factors. What that really means. Not accident. Not confirmed murder. But something they couldn't explain away. The truth they couldn't bury. The tragedy of Natalie Wood isn't just that she died. It's that she was never allowed to belong to herself. Not in life. Not in marriage. Not even in death. She was found in a red down jacket. A jacket that became a weight. The moment it hit the water, it pulled her under. Just like everything else in her life. The ocean doesn't lie. It doesn't care about fame. It doesn't protect reputations. It just keeps what it's given. And sometimes, It gives just enough back to make you ask the question, what really happened that night? This has been The Silence of the Sea, Natalie Wood. A Pizzaverse Studios documentary. A Palermo Productions original. Written by Bambi Palermo. Thank you for watching. Because the truth, it don't always sink. Sometimes, it just waits. Natalie Wood, 1938-1981. Born Natalia Zakharenko, she was one of Hollywood's most iconic actresses. A child star turned leading lady, known for Miracle on 34th Street, Rebel Without a Cause, and West Side Story. She had a lifelong fear of water, making the circumstances of her death all the more haunting. Robert Wagner, R. Joss, B. Mainzien Thirda. Classic Hollywood leading man and Natalie Wood's husband. Their relationship defined by passion, separation, and reunion. He was present on the yacht Splendor the night she died, and later became a person of interest in the reopened investigation. Christopher Walken, B. 1943. An intense and unpredictable actor who was co-starring with Natalie in Brainstorm. He was invited onto the yacht that weekend, placing him at the center of one of Hollywood's most mysterious nights. Dennis Davern, captain of the Splendor and the only non-celebrity witness. His later statements, claiming he was coached and describing events differently, helped reopen the investigation decades later.
I read that now, is this correct or not? For 8 years, 5 days a week in Freudian analysis? Mm-hmm. You either must really know yourself or you got robbed. which was it?
I don't know.
But 8 years, 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did that get in the way of your career at times? I mean, I can see you hopping out of bed in a film scene with somebody and dashing into the car and zooming off to
one time
the
it was
train.
because I was doing a movie in which I had to play an old lady. So it took about...
Which film was that?
Penelope.
Oh, Penelope, right, yeah.
And so it took about 3 hours to put this old lady makeup on. You know, they put this rubber stuff on, and then they take a hairdryer and blow it on there to make your face wrinkle, and then they put these rubber appliances all around.
Wasn't that scary to see yourself old like that?
It was terrifying. You know,
Yeah.
it really was awful. But the only way I could get to my session, which was during my lunch hour, that's when I used to go, was I couldn't take my makeup off, right? So I went there as this old lady, and I said, no, Dr. Linden, you know, I've really been troubled the last few days.
Did he notice? I mean, you know, sometimes they're very passive. You know how they are, right?
Yeah, they won't
Come
say
in,
anything,
Natalie,
yes.
yes,
Yes,
right.
that's right, yeah.
Not looking too well today. Tell me about it, dear. Tell me about it.
Exactly.
I've gotta keep the calm before the storm. I don't want less, I don't want more. Must bar the windows and the doors to keep me safe, to keep me warm. Yeah, my life is what I'm fighting for. Can't part the sea, can't reach the shore. And my voice becomes the driving force. I won't let this pull me overboard. God, keep my head above water, don't let me drown. keep my